Alright, what's going on, guys? It's EVGA here, and today I want to talk about EA. Once again, I don't know what's going on with EA. I don't know who is running the operation over there, but some people need to be fired. Okay? Some people who are running the operation, I'm not talking about the workers. I'm not talking about the people who are developing the games. I'm talking about the managers. I'm talking about the vice presidents. Like, the people who are supposed to be in charge of the situation are so out of touch with the customers and the people who actually game that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Okay, so I got an article from Screen Rant on the screen. It says, EA says people don't like linear games anymore. Okay, I also put the VG charts up. We're going to go to VG charts in a minute, but I want to read to you what they said. Let me find out. Okay, so they were talking about Visceral Games because obviously we know that Visceral Games got shut down. And I want to highlight this area. It says, and we are trying to build a game that really pushed gameplay to the next level. And as we keep reviewing the game, it continued to look like a style of gaming, a much more linear game that people don't like as much today as they did 5 or 10 years ago. Wrong. Chief Financial Officer, let's just, hold on, let's highlight the point financial officer, because you already know his problem is the fact that they're making a story-driven game, and it's damn near impossible to put some microtransactions in a story-driven game. So he's already salty that there's no multiplayer at the moment that we know about. I don't know if there might be multiplayer in that game. We'll never know because the game got shut down. But it's looking like he was salty. He was salty that there was no microtransactions in the game. Oh, let me Google this fruitcake. Anyways, let's see who this guy is. Who is this guy? Bloomberg. Let's go to Bloomberg. This guy makes $10 million a year. Alright, this guy makes $10 million a year. I would do his job for $50,000 a year. This guy is absolutely and positively fucking retarded. Okay. Yeah, Harvard Business, yeah. He's educated in the ways of robbing people and not knowing what the fuck he's talking about. Anyways, so his basic thought is, oh, people don't like linear games. Okay, boom. Let's go to VG charts. Look at this. Global top sellers. #1 game at the moment as of August. You know, this is on a 2-week delay. VG charts is, or like about a month. I think these are, I forgot how they calculate it. I don't think they calculate it by physical sales. I think it's just digital sales. But the point is, PS4, Shadow of War, is #1 seller globally for the week ending in October 2017. Or 2017, October 14th of 2017. Okay? Linear game, the top. Even with the egregious microtransactions, people like story-driven linear games. Now, you would say that this is a bit multiplayer. That's cool. I understand. Okay, so let's scroll down. Look at this. Another linear game. Kind of story-driven, not really. Forza Motorsport does have a little bit of multiplayer. But let's be honest, the multiplayer on there, people are just slamming into the back of you. Ooh, here we go. The Evil Within 2. So as far as I know, no multiplayer. Oh yeah, I just passed it. It's actually up here. I can't believe I just walked past it. I'm actually playing this game at the moment. Really good game, Evil Within. Reminds me of an old school, what is it called? Resident Evil. Back when Resident Evil was really good. Very good. Just a very good game overall. Anyways, Evil Within. Top 5. Linear game. No multiplayer. Wow. Shocking. Destiny's obviously multiplayer. I don't even know if they have internet for Nintendo Switches. But anyways, Breath of the Wild. Zelda Breath of the fucking Wild. Not a linear game, but what he really meant, this guy's actually retarded. He doesn't know anything about gaming. He's a financial officer, meaning he's all about robbing you. He's probably just only, he says linear game, but he doesn't even know the meanings of any of this stuff. He's probably just meaning story-driven games where you can't put microtransactions in. So, let's go with his fucking meaning of the term, because he doesn't know what he's talking about. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This is an exclusive. Nintendo. Almost top 10. And I don't even fuck with Nintendo like that. But look at the numbers. Grand Theft Auto. It's hard to... I mean... It's a story-driven game. And it has multiplayer. But people would buy Grand Theft Auto even if it didn't have Grand Theft Auto Online. Like, that wouldn't affect the sales. And I know when what is it? Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out, even if it doesn't have multiplayer, it's still gonna sell like hotcakes. So, yeah, we'll put that in the box. What else we got? Let's scroll down. Oh, here's a true linear game. Something the financial officer doesn't know nothing about because he doesn't even know the terms of what he's talking about. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Really? It's really DLC, but not really because it's about as long as the first Uncharted game that was ever released. Linear game. Look at the sales. I think that's 1 million total. Let me scroll up and see. Okay, yeah, total. 1 million copies total. It just sold 32,000 copies in the last... oh, is this an average of it? It's selling weekly. It sells about 32,000 a week. Wow. So, that's actually a multiplayer game. But let's continue. Ooh, here we go. Look at this shit. Holy fuck. Fallout 4. Wow. Fallout 4, 7 million. Almost 8 million copies total. An average of about 22,000 copies a week. Oh, Shadow of War again on PC. There's no numbers, but if it's in the top 30, it's selling. It's selling well. Ooh, here we go. Zero Horizon. I always call it Zero Horizon Dawn. Anyways, Horizon Zero Dawn. I always fuck that up. Look at this shit. I think that's a linear game as well. Another linear game. Another story-driven game right here. Horizon Zero Dawn. The numbers aren't there. Well, let's click on it and see what the numbers are. For some reason, they're not there. Oh, look at this. Global. 3.6 million copies. Oh, yeah, but story mode-driven games, they don't sell anymore. They just don't sell. You know, linear games, they just don't sell. And we haven't even got to the good stuff yet. Tekken's multiplayer. That's multiplayer. I don't know. I think that's multiplayer as well. Never played it. Resident Evil Biohazard. Let's look at the PS4. Oh my goodness. Even this trash sold. This fucking garbage can of a game. Not even a real Resident Evil game. I don't even think there were zombies in it at all. 2.31 million. Okay? 2.3 million. Fuck the one. 2.3 million copies. And I think VG Charts goes just by how much it sells on the PS4 alone. So if we were to switch, you could see... Damn. Is that the... Okay, that's Microsoft One. I was about to say it. That's Xbox One. Jesus. So you can see here... Damn, they don't buy shit on the Xbox One. Jesus. Fuck the console war. Anyways. Another game that sells really well. Here's another one that's pretty linear. Look at this one on PS4. Another 2 million copies. Let's see what we got on... Okay. Okay, about 2.5 million copies. Look at this shit. This is what I'm saying. EA needs to clean house. Like, that guy needs to be fired. Like, immediately. Like, if I own EA, that guy, just for saying that something that dumb, canned. Because he clearly doesn't know. That would be like hiring 80-year-olds to work at GameStop. They don't know anything about fucking video games. So why are you in that position? Like, what are you doing? Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Not really a linear game as far as the correct term, but I don't even think he knows what the correct term is because this guy might actually be retarded. He might actually be dumb. Another almost 3 million copies. Look at it. It has oh shit. You know, even with the older versions, I forgot that this game's actually pretty old, and I don't even think they're considering that as, like, they didn't list that as the remastered version, but that shit is selling. Alright, so let's go to some, a game that's not on the list, but one of the great all-time linear games. Let's go to The Last of Us. Boom, let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening over here. Alright, The Last of Us. Let's go to the PS4 version. Let's just go to the PS3 version. Oh my goodness, look at that. Almost 6.5 million copies. Let's back out and let's go to this one. Oh! So we're up to like almost 11 or 12 million copies of just one game. Oh, but linear games don't sell. Hold on, let's go back in. I saw another game. Bloodborne. Oh my goodness, I forgot about the Bloodborne. Almost 3 million copies. And you know that, what is that game called? God of War is going to sell. You know that that other game, Days Gone, is going to sell. I mean, what is he talking about? Is he actually retarded? He might be. Look at this. Infamous Second Son. One of the earlier games on the PS4 video game. Open world to a degree, but pretty much linear. Pretty much linear. I mean, there was not much you could really do but play through the story. 3 million copies. What else they got over here? I mean, these are similar games. No Man's Trash. That's garbage. Oh my goodness. Dying Light. I forgot about Dying Light. Another story-driven game. Open world. But pretty much linear. You know what I mean? Going by, like I said earlier, going by his terminology, what he meant to say was story games. Because you know, him being a financial officer, he's just trying to rob your pockets. Alright? Trying to rape your asshole and take your money. So, Dying Light. Another almost 2.5 million copies. Let's look at this over here. Let's look. Windows even sold some copies. And that is Windows Store. I think they're going by. They're not even counting Steam. That's insane. I think these are going by like the Windows Store. I don't think they calculate Steam sales, but I might be wrong. I'm not 100% sure. But look at this shit. Xbox. You know, another 1.5 million. That's good sales. That's good money right there. Like they definitely making a profit. For Honor is absolute not selling at all. Oh man. Yeah, there probably won't be a sequel to this game. Oof. Oof. Ubisoft might try to risk a sequel, but I doubt it. Oof. It's not looking good. Alright, let's go Mafia 3. Open world, but again, pretty much linear. I mean, it really wasn't that much open world. Although a tremendous game. I do love it. Let's look. 2.5 million. 1 million right there. So it's 3.5 million. Almost 4 million. Almost 4 million right there. Like, but But these games don't sell. These games don't sell, remember. According to, what's his dumb fucking name? Blake Jorgensen. According to $10 million a year, Blake Jorgensen. I wonder where that microtransaction money's going. Right in his fucking pockets. That's why he's saying that. They just don't sell. Really? Really? EA, I don't know what they've been doing. I mean, they're out of control. They're just blatantly just being out of control. I mean, you know, Activision. I still think Activision is by far the worst. The most egregious. And they don't take enough heat. And I wish more people would give them the work. Because Activision is by far the most egregious. As far as you look at the history of what they've done, that company's done, by far the most egregious. And EA is a close second. Very close. But they're both the worst companies in probably the United States. It says here, I think, which 2 times by consumers. Oh, okay. They've been voted 2 times to be the worst company in America. That's saying something. That is absolutely saying something. And what did I hear a couple weeks ago? That some fucking guy... Oh, this was the maneuver. EA had some writer who has ties with EA for damage control for them. And I think he was also another guy who worked in the stock market or something like that. But they had interest in damage controlling for EA, basically. EA had some writer, some reporter, basically say... Oh, you know, gamers are ungrateful and selfish, and you know, we might have to if we get rid of these microtransactions, we might have to raise the price to $80. Let me tell you something. Gamers will not go for that. If they like raise the price of video games to $80 and still have DLC, gamers are not going to go for that. It's not going to happen. Now, me personally, I don't pay full price for games anymore. On PC, nah. I go to Kingwin real quick. Especially, I'm gonna eventually get the newer Call of Duty or whatever the fuck it's called, the World War II or whatever. But I want to get it off Kingwin. I'm not giving Activision a dime for that game. Not with the fact that they lied again and said, which I knew they were going to do, and said, we're not going to put guns in the loot boxes. And then they put them in the loot boxes. And then they did a double scam to where people who bought the game day one, who saved up their supply drops, can't even use those supply drops, tokens or whatever you want to call them, to unlock these gun supply drops. So literally, you have to pay money to open the supply drops. Just total egregiousness. I don't even think that you could just play the multiplayer and get a chance to unlock these gun supply drops in the game. Like, I don't even think you could get coins to get, to be able to open the gun supply drops. So total egregiousness. Just total... It's just disgusting. What is going on in gaming these days? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? And this guy right here just takes the cake. Chief Financial Officer. Chief robbing your pockets. This guy. Oh my God, what an idiot. Dude, let me go to Google Images and see if I can find this dolt. Find this fucking idiot's face. EA. Images. Ugh. Look at this cockroach. Look at this little rat. Oh my God, look at him. Look at him! What an asshole. Oh my God. This guy's worth 10 million. Look at him. Look at this dork. This guy's worth $10 million. Please, somebody explain this. No, I don't want to download your stupid fucking picture. Explain to me how this guy's worth $10 million a year. I just don't understand. And he's probably taking 3 fucking week vacations and everything else, doing no work, robbing the fuck out of you. Tremendous. Can't make this shit up, people. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, gab.ai/Valrico, youtube.com/Valrico, and I'm out of this bitch. Peace.